I spent a whole summer strategizing because my hunger for the kill was so appetizing. See, I've been fantasizing nightly on how to make you meet your demise, watching your every single move for weeks in disguise. My mere existence is filled with secrets and lies, but my persistence to kill was evil and design. Around patience and preparation, believe the time. Make me aware that every moment can be defined by no fucks given. See, I'm on the steep decline, intertwined in this labyrinth I call an evil mind. I'm fixated, I don't even know the reason why, but my evil eye really likes to see him die. And I meticulously planned this out for 90 days. And now the time is some monsters, I have exciting ways to display my affection to you in morbid ways. I have finally snatched you up, it's all about gore today. I spent a whole summer thinking the ways of how to kill you, thinking the ways of how to kill you. I spent a whole summer thinking how I'm gonna kill you, and how I'm gonna kill you. I spent a whole summer thinking the ways of how to kill you, thinking the ways of how to kill you. I spent a whole summer thinking how I'm gonna kill you, and how I'm gonna kill you.
When it's time to kill shit, my skill set I'm ill with. When someone's dying, I plot for a summertime. No Will Smith, blade in my hand cocked, that'll let your head roll on the floor, leaving fresh prints of blood and Jazzy Jeff you out the door. One season's nothing, got the spring, winter, and the fall. Leave hints to death is coming, put the pressure on them more. Let you know your time existed is sinking fast. When I write in the bottom of your drinking glass, I can stab them to death slowly, you're breaking fast. My spraying a Uzi, washing his stinking ass. Foolproof in every step, when I off them is important. I serve death like I get tips for it. Peel the flesh the same way that I skin in orange and singe their corpses. Other words, then I torch them. Taking my time, but what I'm about to do to you? I spent the Vegas summer plotting it, and those are longer than usual.
I spent a whole summer thinking the ways of how to kill you, thinking the ways of how to kill you. I spent a whole summer thinking how I'm gonna kill you, and how I'm gonna kill you. I spent a whole summer thinking the ways of how to kill you, thinking the ways of how to kill you. I spent a whole summer thinking how I'm gonna kill you, and how I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, yes, bitches. Welcome to the Nothing Sacred interview. I am Maxwell Silverhammer. I'm flying solo once again because cruise control is just one busy motherfucker. Brought this dude back from years ago. Insane poetry. And this dude doesn't stop working. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? What's up? What's good? How you doing? Long time no talk.
Right. It's been a minute. I think the last time I interviewed you was like, what, 2012?
Ah, shit.
I think
probably
so.
was. Yeah, it was quite a long time ago. It was, damn. That was the year I did the gathering as a solo artist. I remember that year I did the gathering as a solo artist.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you and Scum weren't even a group yet.
We have been doing Triple MFD for 11 years.
Okay.
So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Wow, 2014 probably.
Yeah, we were doing it before 2014.
Oh, okay. Well, because let's see.
Yeah. I would assume it's around that time though. I really would assume it's around that time because 2012. You're right. We weren't doing Triple MFD at that time.
Right. Well, I love the name, man. Triple MFD is great because what it stands for. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Make my motherfucking day.
Man, that shit is hard. And so you've had a lot happen, man. You've moved to a whole different state. What happened with that?
I mean, I've actually moved to Denver before I moved. I'm in Chicago now. I've been in Chicago for 3 years. I was in Denver for 12, and then the last part of that 12 years, I was going back and forth to Houston. And obviously, just started out. Denver was a new time to start. To start over. Brand myself actually. With LSP, the grim reality thing we decided to. I decided to cut ties. He decided to. Me and JP decided we weren't on the same page, so we just, we went separate paths. Um, and Scum had always been trying to get me on LSP for quite a while, for years. And I
Man,
just, I hit him up and said, hey, this is the scenario. And he said, this is 2000. It was 2010, December 2010.
mm,
He said, come out here and we'll, put you in a scenario. And it's been up from there.
wow, wow, yeah.
Hasn't been easy, as nothing is easy. But I've done way more actually in the last 3 to 4 years than I've done in my whole entire career.
I mean, it's looking at your guys' website. It's like sensory overload, man. Just all the people that you're working with, all the
Yeah.
acts that you guys got.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, some of the guys that I looked up to, that do this shit, I didn't know they looked up to me. It was kind of weird. It's kind of strange for me to, a guy like King Gordy, he to tell me, I inspired him, which is crazy as hell, but I know it's true because some of the guys from D12 told me that. So, it's great to have, Gordy, whether what capacity he is on our label, to be a part of our label, but it's more, he's a brother to me, so it's like it's really dope, actually.
well, I mean, I can see that though. Because I mean,
Yeah.
you started this shit, man. Let's keep it
No,
real, man.
I wouldn't say that, bro. I wouldn't say that. There's so many. Like I got to meet Gangsta Nip. I never met Gangsta Nip before. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
so
right,
it's certain people I could never say I started the shit. That's there's no way I could say that.
right.
Without giving credit to like the Flatliners and all kind of other different artists who actually fuck with me as well. But I would never do that because it goes beyond us.
Right.
There was records prior to us. We just made it a little bit more, to the core. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like there's levels to horrorcore. It's just like levels to hip hop. It's certain ones are really good and certain ones are really trash. That's just
Right.
the game at this particular juncture.
Well, I would say then you're among the pioneers for sure, man. I mean,
Oh
you're
no, no
definitely,
question, no
so
question, no question.
for
Yes.
them to make that statement, I'm like, I can see where they would have looked up to you and kind of modeled themselves after what you do.
You know what? When you're in it and you're swimming, when you're swimming in it, you don't think you're just doing it. You don't take
Right.
it like that. I guess I didn't take it. I didn't start taking it like that until a few years ago. I'm 58 now. So if people want to hand me some chrysanthemums, I'm taking them.
Right. At this point, like,
Yeah,
hey,
at this
man.
point, yeah. Yeah, I don't have shit to prove to anyone. I ain't trying to be nobody else but what it is right now, man. I've always been that way anyway. And I think the reason why I've been able to last as long as I have in it is just because I've always been a cool dude about it. I don't overdo it and overthink it and oversell it or nothing. I just keep it 100.
Right, right. And I see that a lot with other rappers, man. Some get very arrogant, and I don't
I mean,
understand
a lot
why
of not
that's
even not some. I'd say 98% of them do.
what is that for? What's the reason for that, man?
Well, I mean, this shit is always ego driven, and no matter what you do, entertainment wise, the people that want the same success, will do anything to get it, and they'll have their little girlfriend stroke them off, or they did a song and had like 50 people in the building, and a couple chicks gave them some pussy or whatever, and dudes' egos get along from that.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
mean, it's just what it is. It's part of the game. I always tell dudes if you're not selling out a venue or you can't tour outside of you can't even go on tour. Nobody's paying you to come out. See, what I tell people is we've been on tours that we didn't have to pay to be on. We got paid to be on them, and
That's how it should be.
and they wonder why is it well, we're humble about it. We know we're not selling out. We're not going to have an ego about shit. That's why we're the ones you meet at the shows. We're not in a meet and greet where we're charging you so much money for that type shit. No, we don't do none of that.
Right,
Actually,
right.
that's not in our dialogue.
And that's true, because I've been to your guys' shows, and
Yep.
you guys come and mix and mingle
Well,
among us crowd
I will
goers.
be honest with you, bro. We never changed it up, but we that was so long ago, man. It was so different back then. It's like we still do the same thing now, and we're definitely a little bit bigger than what we were then, and it is dangerous to do what we do, as you never know what the fuck is gonna pop off. And
Yeah,
the big I noticed when we did the gathering last year, 2024, and we played the main stage, I went down into the pit to watch other people's shit, and the attention was almost so much that I had to rethink that ever doing that again. It was just
damn.
like, yeah, it was different, man. It was way
Wow.
different. It was
And
way different.
it just shows you how things have changed, man. Everybody's looking for conflict and trouble, and it's like, man, how about just go shake the dude's hand and be like, I love your music. That's how it should be.
Well, when you got 15,000 people in a scenario like that, that's not gonna be how it could happen. You can have people that, oh man, we didn't, people, this year Ill Bill was on stage. He did 2 songs and walked off because people threw shit at him. We were on there and did our whole set. All they threw was glow sticks at us. Because one, we've been at the gathering a long time. People understand what we've built to get to that part. But for just not just LSP, but for triple MFD to get a headlining spot on a gathering, on the main stage at night, right before Esham, co-headlining with Esham. That shit was kind of like epic. And we killed, and I knew we were. And it's like, I knew it from the moment we practiced. We did our sound check at 10 that morning. That night, I knew it. It was like, as soon as we walked on stage, I can tell we were going to destroy that shit. And we did. And we got nothing but glow sticks thrown at us, while others had got batteries and all kind of wild shit thrown at them. Because what it is, man, is that kind of crowd has to respect you. You got to respect them. They're going to throw maybe water bottles or whatever, little things like that. But the moment they know they got to you, that's when shit can get wild.
Wow,
Yeah,
man, that's
gathering's a different element, man. But so what I'm saying is, being once you do that and you go in a crowd. I used to go in a crowd all the time, hang out with people and stuff like that, and really wouldn't get bombarded. Like, it was a cool bombardment, but it was overwhelming. But it let me know I can't do this again.
wow,
Yeah.
wow, that
Yeah,
sucks.
it reached to that level. So I was like, holy shit, okay, that's why I didn't go this year. That just was too much, and they weren't paying me to show up, so I wasn't going. It wasn't like I didn't want to go. It's just like I can't. That's for scum. It's scum, and everybody else at my age, bro. I'm not trying to be at the gathering 4 days in a row on my own dime around people doing a whole bunch of drugs and shit like that and all that. Yeah, it's not. I've done a gathering sober once, and I made it through it, and I can say that was cool, but that was just once.
That's, you bring up another factor too, which is the drug use. What
That's
people are on
uh,
now.
yeah. I mean, there's I mean, hey, I used to not be around any of it. That let me know that I wasn't in the right circles. That's, it's funny because what people would say, um, that rappers do this and people do oh and I'm like, I'm never around any of that type of stuff, and I realized while I was saying that I wasn't recognized enough in that world
Mm.
because
Huh.
it is everywhere. It is everywhere. The
Right.
moment you once you're recognized in that world, it's always around you.
Interesting.
You don't have to do it, but you're always around it once you are recognized in that world. I promise you.
Wow.
That's why
So it's
certain artists like Hobson, didn't know how to act. That's why, it's like he looked at rap just to rap. He didn't understand the business of it, the entertainment factor and how evil it is.
that's yeah, I think that's kind of why I eventually quit it too, man. It was just like I didn't like the business. I like the music, I like the creating, but anything
Yeah.
else, fuck all that, dude. Politicking and the drugs and the dumb shit you got to do sometimes, So
Yep.
I think it's
Yep.
great that you've maintained this longevity like you have, and you still got that respect, man. That's amazing.
It's hard, but like I said, but you still got to be You gotta be good at what you do too, and not try to be good at what everybody else does. You gotta be good at what you do.
Right.
And that's the one thing, you could mimic other artists and shit like that and get away with maybe one or two shit sometimes, but you'll be in and out, and it's easy. It's like that's how the game spits people out.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet.
You can
Man,
have a
that's
hit record today and gone tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah, well, but see, you've continued, which is great because you have a fan base. This isn't just like, oh, we put a hit record out,
No,
everybody
no,
loves it,
yeah, we do have a fan.
So,
We do have a fan base. It's funny because everybody thinks because same with Tech Nine. Tech Nine has a huge fan base, but when he signs artists, some of the artists seem to think that just because they're on strange music, they're going to get strange fans,
oh
and
yeah,
that's not necessarily true. You got to
yeah,
earn those fans.
yeah, yeah,
See, people don't understand is when you get signed to a label. I don't care what type of label it is. If it's a legit label, at least something towards legitimacy, you're gonna have to show up to work after you're signed. That means, you're probably, if you're on an underground label, chances are there's no advance. And why would a label want to give you advance? They already given you their resources.
right,
That's
right,
way bigger than than an advance
right,
because the resources, even if you have problems, if your label your contract is up with that label, as long as you left on good terms, they're not gonna sweat the fact that you got their resources.
right, right. Like you gained a bunch of fans. It's like Chris Calico. We've actually interviewed him. He's no longer
Uh-huh.
on Strange, but I
Yeah,
mean,
nope.
people that name
No.
still rings bells.
Yeah, he had contacts. He built enough cachet with a lot of people. Tech introduced him to now he can do his own thing, and not only that, I just heard he's doing a country album,
Whoa,
actually. Yeah.
what?
Oh yeah. No, no, real shit. I just heard it like a couple days ago. I believe it. I seen him with a country hat on his head. He was with a few country stars,
Oh,
doing rap and country, and he can do it because he can sing. He can do it. So I mean, one of my some of the guys that I know, actually his last tour, he toured with Whitney Payton and Dizzy Wright, and one of our guys that is our merch guy, Lynch, who's more than a merch guy, but that's what he really is good at. He went on tour with them on that actual tour with Chris, and Chris works with Jelly Roll at times too. So it's like all these little scenarios that I've seen Chris get involved with after leaving Tech. He's probably him and Ritz is probably the only one that's ever left the label and parlayed it into something.
hmm. Wow, man. Well, that's good though. I mean, because they obviously they're able to reinvent themselves, as it were.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah. You have to be able to do that, man. Right now I'm still bald, but I have this long ass beard. I used to dye it black all the time because I didn't want to retain the youth and look a certain way. And then my woman told me like, yo, that shit's eating up your hair, like fucking, with your shit. And I was like, I know it's from like fucking. I'm tired of dyeing this shit. So I stopped dyeing it, and like, see, in about a week, I was fully white bearded, and I just shaved, and I get it. It's a whole new look. It's just a whole new. It just shows the evolution of insane poetry and shit like that. Like
right.
even my skill set is so much better than it was before. It's the, and sometimes, it's like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Maybe you can't dunk anymore, but my fadeaway is immaculate. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So,
no question. I mean, lyrically, it's just, but I always like those concept songs you did though, like
yeah.
any given Monday or manic
Oh,
depressive.
oh yeah. Yeah.
You
One
know,
of Scott's favorite songs from Faith and Chaos is Any Given Monday.
oh, that's a great song. That and Delilah. I mean,
Hmm.
that was you though. And now you should maybe do a whole concept album, a concept song album of just real dark topic
Nah,
songs. No,
nah, nah, bro. Um, it's where the art drives. Sometimes if that's what I'm feeling, yeah, I don't really feel like doing that. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort to put into that kind of painting, and I got a lot of other shit to say. So it's like, you know, those pieces, you know, again, I understand why people would want me to make a record. Like I get hit, oh, make a Grim Reality 2, and I always tell people twos always suck,
Hmm.
always.
Huh. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess it's hard. Us fans can always be your worst
Because
enemy.
well, not only that, you never live up to the expectation.
Right.
The moment you
Right.
put a two on it, it throw it. I've done me and Scum did a record with a two on it, and it barely got listened to. I mean,
Oh,
we got
really?
songs on it that are dope that we perform live, but the sales from that album are lighter than the ones we did prior to, or the ones we did afterwards.
Yeah, because I was going to say Deadly Drug. You did two of those. That was
Yeah,
actually one of the songs we got that we're going to be playing here tonight.
yeah.
You know, that red and blue track. Which, speaking of which, on that we listened to originally. I spent a whole summer with you and the homie Donnie Menace. Shout out to Donnie Menace.
Yeah,
So,
he produced that track.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So he shot that to you, and then actually, I remember. I think the last time I interviewed you, you had him on the phone.
Mm.
We were trying to work him into the interview over your phone. I think is what we were
Oh shit.
trying to do,
Oh yeah.
just for a
I don't
sec.
remember. I don't remember, but probably was, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That
Because I
was
know
not.
you guys live close to each other. You do. I mean, I don't know where you're at. Are you still in Vegas, right?
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Yeah, I don't know what part of the city you're in still, but I know Donnie used to live right near the airport. Oh, he still does actually. I mean, like you can, like I can walk, or hop his backyard fence, and I'm on the street right where the airport is.
He's fairly close to where I live. We're both on the east side of town
Yeah,
because I was actually in a bar one night and he kind of leaned over. He was there with his girlfriend, and he's
yeah,
like, "I'm literally sitting right next to you." And I hear the voice. I said, "Son of a bitch, it's Donnie Menace." And he's like, "What's up, Max?" So that was
yeah,
kind of
yeah, man.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. Donnie actually was on a label up until this year. His contract was up, so and he again, artists want a lot, and Scum is, he's not rich. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He makes more money off the venue, having a venue, and the thing with people get misconstrued is Ivan Achinikov, which is his real name, is the majority owner of the Roxy, not Scum. The
Oh, okay.
Roxy has nothing to do with LSP. He, j- we're
Interesting.
just, yeah, it's a whole different separate entity, business entity that he decided to do. That's what made it easier for LSP to get into some certain scenarios because he's buying talent from across the United States. And,
Oh, oh,
so it's a real venue. I worked for him for like at the venue as Andrew Holloman, not Insane Poetry. I worked there for 2 years. So
right.
I got to learn that business really well, and I understand now. It changed my whole fucking life, bro, because I actually know that music is last.
Mm,
If
yeah.
you're an artist and you can't get people, you get on a venue, you buy onto a show, and you can't sell tickets, you're gonna eat those tickets. And you know
Mm,
what the venue hates when you eat those tickets because people, it's not that the people, you want people to come to the show, but you want people to drink at the show because
right.
that's where the money's at. Money's not there. Like if you have Chris Webby at a show and everybody that's 19 and under shows up, the bar is going to lose money
Right. Because nobody can drink.
because nobody can drink.
Yeah, that's but that explains a lot now because I used to see all the time. Oh yeah, Insane Poetry and Scum at the Roxy, and I'm like, what is so great about this Roxy place? What? So
Yeah,
now I see why.
right. Yeah. Because if you
Yeah.
think about it, if we had to try to get the Roxy by ourselves, we would all have to pay time slots. We'd have to pay to get in to perform there. We don't have to pay to perform there.
Wow, that's great.
That's the only benefit.
Yeah, well, but it's good because you become a staple there too.
Right. And now I don't play there at all. I mean, I'm never there unless like we have Gorefest
Uh-huh.
coming up in 2 weeks. That's the either that or me and Scum is on a tour together, and I'm out on a tour that goes to Denver. Other than that, I'm nowhere near Denver.
So just when you have to be, pretty much.
Just when I have to be. Yeah.
Oh,
No shitting on Denver. I appreciate being in Denver, man. It was a great time.
right.
I'm from the West Coast. I'm never moving back to California ever. I'll visit, but I'm never moving back there.
Right. Well, that's an
That's out of
interesting
here.
point.
That's out of here.
That's wild. Well, that's kind of one of the things that made me reach back out to you. Was I listened to Lonzo Williams from the World Class Wrecking Crew, and his buddy Dusty they do a podcast. They both do podcasts. But anyway, one day I was, because they go live, and I was in their live chat. And I was like, "Hey, Lonzo, have you ever heard of Insane Poetry?" They were on Rod Dio and Joe Cooley's Getting Ready to Roll. And so Dusty had asked, he read the question, and Lonzo he wasn't familiar with you guys, but then Dusty pulled you up on Wikipedia and started reading your Wikipedia. And it mentioned that you had been a DJ at KDAY, which I didn't know.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. True.
And I tried to text you, and it never, no response. I'm like, okay, you know what? I don't think he's got the same number anymore. So that's how I did it. So, man, I want to jump.
Yeah, that's crazy, because Lonzo, he doesn't even know I'm on an album cover with him. That's fucking crazy.
Wait. You're on an album cover with Lonzo?
Yeah.
Really? Which one is this?
It was a big thing. We were in front of a Hollywood sign. There's a lot of us. It was me, MD, Shakespeare. I guess these girls call the one at D from Pump It Up. She's in it. Snake Puppy from
Dream Team. Oh,
Dream Team. Yeah, he's in it. There's a few people, and Lonzo's in that picture, and we're all standing out in front of the Hollywood sign. It was I think Egyptian Lover, most definitely, because we were on Egypt's label. We weren't on Lonzo's label, so he probably wouldn't know who we were anyway.
Okay. Yeah, that's we'll talk about that too, man, because that might be another possible avenue for you. I want to jump into another song, man. What are we thinking? Monsters Among Us?
Go ahead, yeah.
All right. So we're going to jump into Monsters Among Us, and then we're going to come back and talk to you some more.
All
right.
Judging a book by its cover, what's inside can be worse than it looks. Over us they would trust Jeffrey Dahmer, and would buy one of his cooking books. Monsters hide under masks that are happy, monsters found under masks that are sweet. Monsters seem just as kind as they can be, and reside in plain sight down your street. Yo, what the fuck are you smiling at us for? You must have got us confused with someone that would not kill you. Some people you must know and really trust that ain't us, better run. So if that is what you do, we won't blame you, but let us warn you, I feel that we should watch who you run to for help. They could maim you and hurt you first, worse than we ever would.
We were the hoods, logo with the sawing axe. We were the hooves, heathens with no God attached. Prepared and stood, even when the foes attack. They screaming bulls, the lichens when we maul their ass. Heavy breathing, leave them with their carcass slashed. Steady bleeding from leaving them with their jaws detached. From their face replaced, plus the gauze is wrapped around their cranium, naming them evil gods around.
Don't go judging a book by its cover, what's inside can be worse than it looks. Over us they would trust Jeffrey Dahmer, and would buy one of his cooking books. Monsters hide under masks that are happy, monsters found under masks that are sweet. Monsters seem just as kind as they can be, and reside in plain sight down your street. Don't go assuming that a motherfucker's friendly just because they drive a yellow hybrid and they wear a tie. That is how you end up in its yellow drunk up in a deadly situation, taken to the torture dungeon where you die.
At an off-site location was taken inside a black van, far away from anything, all you see is the Badlands. The cops got a call, they saw it up on the dash cam, a Russian and a black man dumping bodies in trash cans.
A real monster can be someone you thought you might know, when you would ask to watch your cribbing out of town, until your trust betrayed and shattered like a light bulb. The mess discarded and beneath our start to clown.
Yeah, we track them down to the place where they film the screens. No Kevin Costner over here, this ain't a field of dreams. It's much darker than that, I have to spill the beans. You awaken moments before the slice of the guillotine.
Don't go judging a book by its cover, what's inside can be worse than it looks. Over us they would trust Jeffrey Dahmer, and would buy one of his cooking books. Monsters hide under masks that are happy. Monsters found under masks that are sweet. Monsters seem just as kind as they can be, and reside in plain sight down your street.
Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
Monsters Among Us from the Triple
Yes, sir.
MFD. You know,
Yes, sir.
that's
New album off the new album, Horrorcore.
Horrorcore. Yep, yep. And actually, I like that track because it's kind of different than a lot of what you've done, man. It's a little more melodious, I guess you could say, that particular track.
Well, I mean, if you really follow a lot of Triple MFD stuff, we've we have a plethora of songs that you know that have melodic music in it, because we look at it like certain songs, certain hooks are very catchy. So by the time you realize our topic, especially when we do these songs live, by the time you realize the topic, you too enthralled into how we're doing it and performing it. That's we know when we make records, we know we can do them live, and that's a cheat code for us. It's like we pick tracks that we know we can perform live, and we know once we perform them live, and how when you see me and Scum together live, you understand how it translates when you listen to the record again. You get a whole different vibration to it.
Right, right. Well, it's not like they're expecting to see a guitar player and a big band and all kinds of other things up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had this one chick from Russia, man. She was on tour with us, and she was really just like, wouldn't talk to anybody. And, me and Scum had done like 2 or 3 dates off on this tour, and she came to me backstage, and she was like, "You guys are rock stars." And we weren't. Yeah, it was like Twisted was the headliners, and a group called AXC that was signed to Magic Ninja Entertainment as well, and us. We weren't the high people on a totem pole, but every tour, every date we went to, we got a lot more love than anybody but Twisted.
That's wild. And they
We
were the
wouldn't
headliners.
we wouldn't destroy shit. That's just what happened. And for that chick that definitely doesn't listen to our style of music, was like, you guys are different. This is delivered different. It's more like punk rock rap. It's really, how she tried to explain it. And because it's very aggressive and very in your face. And like I said, again, we pick tracks that we know how to perform live that can translate it to the record as well. Is that it stopped? See, when I do Insane Poetry records, they're much different than Triple MFD records. Same thing with Scum. When he does his solo shit, they're much different than Triple MFD. We actually set out and pick music together that we know that is gonna go nuts live. And that's kind of why I like my last album, Violent Art, because the record, if you listen to it, is just like from top to bottom, it's a very groovy record. Who in the song Who, I wrote a book about it. All these records,
I Can Hear Her.
It's the Body Count,
Yep.
Those records are like records. You know what I'm saying? It's like records. Everywhere I go and play them in front of, no matter who I play, especially Who. When I play that record live, no matter where I go, that record in my mixtape I just put out a year ago, Creative Destruction, or not Creative Destruction, The Summoning, excuse me, the song called God with a Pen. That's a single I have out, right? You can pull it up on Spotify. I'm actually starting to get radio play from that record. I mean, like college radio play from that record. As we speak, I've been hit up by two stations to send them that record.
Oh, wow. Wow.
No, real shit.
Do you have, you still have physical copies of your stuff? Because I know I was watching your YouTube.
This have to. That's what Have to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have physical copies. People buy CDs, but I'm gonna be super real. Is that's $10. That does nothing for me. If I'm a person who's like I said, this is a business, so that's not paying a bill. We don't have radio love like that where, we touching so many, you know, people across the globe to where we're selling, all these records we can sell. That we're not that. We're traveling using the music to sell our merch, because our merch is where it's at. Our merchandise is what we sell. I have a whole LSP wardrobe. I have a new basketball shirt right now. We got sweatsuits, sweatshirts, hockey jerseys, basketball jerseys, hoodies, ski masks. You name it, we got it. And I have as insane poetry joints like that. Triple MFD joints, scum. We have a lot of our merchandise is our heart and soul of why we exist.
That's yeah. Well, I can understand the clothing, but
Yeah.
do you have people buying a lot of CDs? Just with the change of technology, cars don't have
Well,
CD
I mean,
players.
here's the real. If you see us live, you're buying a CD.
Hmm.
It's one of the cheapest things you can buy.
Actually, the one time I did see you, when I went to see you guys live one time, I did buy a triple MFD CD.
Uh-huh.
So, but that was just me. But I know a lot of people, because cars don't have CD players anymore, or But I guess
Well,
maybe people.
Spotify. So when you come to the show, people still buy a CD because it's collectors,
Oh,
for collectors reasons. Just because once you hang out with us, you buying something.
oh yeah,
Usually it's more than a CD. I guarantee you that.
right, right. Well, like you said, you got ski masks and all kinds of wild shit. What about when
Yeah.
COVID hit, man? Were you guys?
I was working.
Oh, you still
I
working?
was working. I was
Oh,
working. I was working even more, actually.
wow, wow.
That freed up the room too,
Hmm.
because this is an oversaturated business.
Huh.
It's an oversaturated market, bro. Rap, underground hip hop, undersaturated market.
Wow. So what were you
Oh,
doing?
not undersaturated, oversaturated. Excuse me. The underground music scene. No matter which one you choose, is oversaturated. Everybody wants to be a rapper, bro.
Yeah,
Everyone,
that's true. Even when they can't rap.
and mostly everybody can't rap. But who's to say they're not viable? Because the next people, I can't even tell people, hey, man, hey, this, may not work. I don't fucking know. How
Mm,
do I know? I just know who fuck with my shit. I don't really care oh, he's whack. I don't say none of that shit. Why?
right. No
That sounds
reason.
like hate. That sounds like hater fluid to me.
Yeah, yeah. And it kind of is. Although
It
there
don't
are some.
matter if they good or not, man. I've seen dudes that sucked one year and the next year they became really good. It's just if you hungry enough to stay with it, that's what happens. Some people, don't quit your day job. That's what it is.
Right,
Let's see,
right.
everybody makes music thinking it's all about making music. They ain't know about it. It's this really about the hustle. It's about the work. You got to work to get known. Now labels don't even really exist. Not real labels. They don't exist. Nobody's putting money in the motherfuckers like that no more. So
Right.
how are you gonna get known? You got to do all this content and all this other shit.
So that's
and,
that's what you were
and if
doing.
you're
You were
not
kind of
built, if you're not built for it, this is not the shit to get in. Not to say you're doing it for real.
right, right. But there has to be a specific kind of work ethic behind that, I guess is what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
You know.
You got to be built for the intestinal fortitude, because the fuck shit will come your way. Guarantee you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So what were you doing during COVID? You couldn't perform. Were you just doing
Yeah,
YouTube?
that's what I was doing, performing.
You were performing.
Hell yeah. I toured.
Wow.
The people who were scared. That's all there was to it.
I mean, like here we had lockdowns, so nothing was open,
Yeah, there was a little bit of time where nothing was cracking, but even when people still weren't, doing it, once they allowed you to have so many people in venues, me and Scum started booking shows.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Because there was probably a point, kind of the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, where they would sort of limit who could come.
Uh-huh.
So, But and then too, like you said, you had your, you got your YouTube, so you got a lot going on. It's not just like,
Oh, YouTube ain't did shit for me. I ain't gonna even front. YouTube YouTube. Let me tell you something. YouTube don't do shit for you unless you do shit to help it work. See, and me, I was late to the fucking wave of YouTube, and so yeah, I had a YouTube page, but I didn't utilize it. So I messed myself up with that because I could have
Right.
been monetizing and did something on it, but because the music game got too a little strange where you start having to do content more than the music mattered. It's like, wait a minute, I gotta be funny now.
Right. And crack jokes and,
I gotta crack jokes, or I gotta talk about somebody else's, art pieces that they made, and criticize they shit and all this other dumbass shit, and
right.
create these personas, that don't even exist just to get you to might like my music. Fuck that.
Right. And there you go.
So,
Getting back to your hater fluid thing, like
Mhm.
what's the point of doing that, man? Tearing somebody else down to build yourself up,
That's again, I can't, talk about anybody else's preference of how they, maneuver and shit like that. I say just time will tell. It just will. One minute you're here, the next minute you're not. And
Right.
that shit happens. And I've seen the biggest artists cracking, and then next year you don't hear a peep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So it's
especially-
like, so I'm like, and these guys, oh, I want to get in the music game and shit like this and this. I'm like, one of the biggest moguls in music history is on trial for being freaky.
That's true.
That's the
right.
weirdest shit ever.
Yeah. Like if 1997, 96, whenever he was popping, if somebody said, hey, he's going to be on trial 30 years from now, we
Nobody
all
would
probably
ever
would have
thought
laughed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for being freaky. Oh, we're gonna call it a RICO and saying all this shit.
Yeah.
But for being freaky, bro, you wasted a lot of taxpayers' money
Yeah.
on the wrong shit. Now, if you you really didn't pursue him. You try to use the Cassie thing to get him on a RICO thing, but she was super willing and doing the fuck shit as well.
Right.
So like all you did was trying to, and real in hindsight to me is just like he pissed some people off in the liquor industry. And there's a lot of people in the liquor industry are tied to some heavyweight hitters. And he pissed probably the wrong people off, and they just try to, hey, if we ain't going, we gonna make you spend all your money. So by the time you do get out of jail for the shit we got you with, you're gonna be broke. You're out. We just taking you out the game, Puffy. That's what it is. We're taking you out the game.
So it's a way for them to destroy him in other ways. Basically.
Oh yeah, bro. They did that to fucking Irv Gotti and Murder Inc. They did that. They've done that. They've done it to. They try to do it to Prince. I mean, I wonder why he's dead.
Yeah.
I wonder why Michael Jackson's all of a sudden dead. It's just like certain shit just don't make sense. It really. And the more you get into it, and the more you understand how the music business works and all that. I was listening to Joyner Lucas interview on Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion podcast, and Joyner Lucas was talking about how the labels, when you come to the label for the label meeting, they make everybody in there playing your music like that's all they do is play your music, and it's like no, it's all this all the sideshow type shit,
Right.
and when you're there, they're trying to get you to sign right away, do all this crazy shit and sign, some bullshit pennies and shit like that and lock you in so you can't do shit else. And he said, he caught him doing it, man. And it was like, it's so crazy how much he had to fight his label Atlantic to even get a first class ticket to go do a collab with Eminem. Eminem, you're gonna be on Eminem's album, and your label don't even want to give you a first class ticket to go there.
Wow.
Like they really hated Joyner Lucas because Joyner did everything differently than what they wanted him to do, and he fucked around and had a single that blew up that one song he did where he in the video you don't see him, but am I a racist? That's the name of the shit. Where he plays two different sides.
Right. Right. I
And
do
you
remember
think
that.
the white dude you think the white dude rapping and it is him rapping. It was really Joyner Lucas, but the actor was so good at it, and the actors were good at it and shit like that. And the label hated that song, and that
Really.
shit blew
And see,
out the
that's,
window,
and they hate
and
that.
and they hated it, and they told him they wouldn't invest money in it. After the third day it was out and it had already did over 100,000 in the first couple days, the label then jumps in,
Oh boy.
takes control of the record, shits on the project. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, when you listen to that story, it's like that's the record industry. That is the music industry right there.
Does still sound fun to everybody?
Hey, man, this shit is no bueno, man. I'm telling you, and I'm not trying to deter people not to, to do it. Just you have to understand what you're dealing with.
Right, right. Man, that's crazy. Well, getting back to your personal life real quick, man. Didn't you have an issue, a health issue?
Oh
Kind of
yeah.
with
I
what happened
mean,
there?
I don't know what that means really. I just had have demons,
Uh,
alcohol issues. I think I've had alcohol issues my whole life.
See, that's
It is
weird
what it is.
because I don't remember you being a huge drinker. Really?
Oh, I was always a huge drinker, bro.
That's crazy.
Always, always. It was taught. It was just like that was like you get out of work, you go to a bar for a
Mm,
few hours, then go home. I didn't have a girlfriend at the time, so you hang out with the people at your job and shit like that, and bam. It just, you barbecuing outside, you have a 40 ounce.
right.
In Southern California, it's hot, sunny, the vibes. It's just like that was an everyday thing, or pretty much. You know,
Huh.
I, I'd
I
sit in my mom's room when I was young, listening to Tupac shit, drinking a 40. I've always been drinking,
Interesting.
always.
And you were told, I guess the doctor said if you drink again, you could die. Is that?
Oh no, I never was told that.
Oh, okay. See, that's why I want to see, man, because that's what somebody, I don't
I
remember who
don't,
told me.
I don't know who, I don't know. I don't know who put that shit in the air like that, but it wasn't nothing like that. I just knew. And it wasn't even a doctor.
Oh,
It was just like your body tell you. I went to
right.
it. No, what I think what you thinking of is I had surgery on my neck that had nothing to do with no alcohol. Now that
Oh,
put me out. Yeah, I had a bulging disc in my neck, and it was causing me to have my arm didn't move. I woke up one morning and my left arm just went all the way numb. And what it was is I had a bulging disc in my neck, so I had to have this surgery, like a $200,000 surgery. And they read me my last rites, the whole shit. Like,
oh shit.
yeah, and they told me once, even when I came out of the surgery, before I had the surgery, the doctor told me, you got a 50-50 chance to have your voice the way it sounds. You may
Oh,
not have, it may not, and it hasn't been the same. It's a lot more raspier, although I smoke a lot of weed now, way
right,
more. So I've
right.
contributed to the raspiness, no question. But I knew it once because it took about a month and a half to get back to where I could actually use my voice at full strength.
Hmm.
Shit, I was in a neck brace for a month. I had to sleep in a neck brace for a week, sitting up.
Oh
I had
shit.
to shower in a different neck brace than the one I had on. Yeah, bro. If I didn't have it, I would have been in a wheelchair. They told me in 6 months you will be in a wheelchair if you don't get this done.
Oh, so that's what, yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking. And then somebody, of course, people always love to sensationalize shit too. Oh, it was alcohol, and the doctor said if you drink again, you'll die.
No, that's some shit that they told Pakalika. I mean, maybe if I went to the doctor today, they might tell me some shit like that. Who knows? I don't know. You
Right,
know.
right.
But back then that was my surgery. That's what took me out the game. Took
Mm.
me out, made me sit down for a minute, and that was only for a minute because I had the surgery on February 20th, 23rd or something like 22nd. By April 29th, I was going on tour.
I think I
Doctor gave me
remember
the position. He told me I wasn't even supposed to be doing shit for 6 months. It was a month and a half. I wasn't hearing none of that.
that. You said I'm going against doctor's orders,
No,
basically.
no, I did everything correctly, and it's just my shit just started healing better.
Oh, I see.
I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do shit. Even when I went on tour, I didn't do anything. That was like my first time being on tour sober. So it was like, and it worked out. I had one episode where somebody had a fog machine, made me cough up and puke because
Oh,
it got into my neck is half of it is synthetic. It's not even a real, it's not bone, and it's weird because I can't eat certain things I used to be able to eat. My neck is like a tad bit smaller, so it's like I have to process food differently. Like I have to eat it a lot, chew it down a lot more. Crazy
wow.
shit, man. Yeah, man, crazy shit. I had to learn to actually, you know, to be able to have a voice again because at first you couldn't even hear me. I couldn't even speak hardly.
Yeah. I want to say there was a show I did see you at, man, and you were talking. It sounded like you were really straining to speak. Just we were talking. Just you and I were
No, I
just
don't
having a
think
time.
it was then. It was pretty much after then.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was because when I had the surgery, uh, it was when I was in Denver for sure. It
Yeah. Oh
was
yeah.
I had a surgery in Denver. Maybe it was maybe I don't remember. It was the year okay. It was the year we put out the album Unsubs. So
Okay.
Unsubs was the second album from Triple MFD. So that was the year that I actually had the fucking surgery because we actually did the Unsubs first day of the tour for that album was on my birthday, and that same night my sister passed away.
Oh
Crazy shit.
shit.
I got off stage. Yeah, straight up. I just got done with the stage. We were headlining, finished. First night, doing it with this neck brace. I had it off, but getting ready to go on tour, went back behind stage, and my brother called me and said my sister passed. And it was like, crazy shit.
Fuck. Was
Yeah,
this
no, man, I've been through some crazy shit, bro.
that's
This is a different type of uh, uh, um, career choice, shall I say?
right? Well, at least you got the news uh after you performed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I went through the whole tour, and it didn't hit me until the last day of the tour. It was like we were on our way home, and I
Oh,
just broke down, and I was like, damn, I hadn't had time to process it.
that's interesting. It's almost like an adrenaline rush, huh? Where you
Yeah,
just
for a month. For a month, I was going for a month, and it
uh,
just was that day when it was the realization I'm going home. Oh, we're coming back from the tour, and I'm not gonna see my sister again. That was just like, damn. It did. That's when it hit me, and it was like, oh shit. Because when you're in the thick of shit, when the road is the road is a whole different animal, man. A lot of
right.
people are not built to tour. A lot of rappers do not want to tour. They don't like the road like that. You deal with a lot of different shit on the road. A lot of
Yeah.
different shit.
As opposed to just recording.
Yeah, it's way extra. That's when
Mm,
I say when people can do that shit. That's when you know. That's why I think a lot of people give me a lot more credit because they know how many times I've been touring and all this shit like this and really on grinding it out and destroying shit. And it's like, what the fuck? And
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's just like that's what it is, man. I mean, dedicated to the turmoil.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you're built for it for sure. Cause man, most people they'd have probably given it up at some point.
Oh yeah, no, I don't suggest none of this lifestyle to no one, no one. But
Eh,
unfortunately, when you're in our scenarios, there's not a lot of fundage to help with that. You got to go out and do it. You got to go out and do it yourself.
yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
go out and market. You got to go out and touch people, and that requires being, out there. And I was just like me and Scum did it at so much of an early stage that we built up this following that people like at this day. Some people I could tell they jealous about that shit because they look at it like, oh man, how in the fuck is these guys get all this? Man, you know how many times I look at a envious rapper's eyes, I can tell
Yeah. Yeah.
the
I'm sure.
ego, the ego driven motherfuckers, and I was like, bro, you know why people don't buy your shit? You're not cool. You're not cool to talk to.
Well, that goes back to the arrogance thing we were talking about earlier. It's like, well, if you're an asshole, people aren't going to buy you shit. But
And
if
man,
you're cool,
the days Necro, big shout out to Necro. Necro's an asshole to some people. I like Necro. I like that he is that way. He don't put up with bullshit, and I like that. I said, but the thing is, that style of approach as an artist these days does not work, because now you have to be direct with the artist, direct with the consumer, and you can't piss the consumer off.
Well, they're going to stop buying your shit.
They're going to stop buying your shit.
And I know I've been, like I said, I've been doing the radio podcast thing, and you get to see the other side of a person, and you're just like, oh, this guy's a dick, man. I'm definitely thinking differently now about their music,
Right.
So, man, that's wild. Wow. Well, let's jump into, what do you think about Demon Time with you and Lex the Hex Master?
All right, yeah, let's go.
That's speaking of that,
On
dude.
Demon Time.
How's he doing? That's the homie too, man. I got to get back in touch with him too.
Okay, I didn't know you knew him. That's good.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, one of the shows, he actually bought me a drink. He came up and was talking to the girl I was with and me, and he was just like, Max, man, what's up? So, and I had him on a long time ago, back in the Shit That Irks Me days. So, it might be good to get him back on again, because I haven't talked to that dude in probably 10 years. So, but be good, man.
Lex actually, as you know, he's on LSP now.
Right.
He wasn't, obviously, back then. That's just a recent occurrence of last year. He will be at Gorefest this year too, but he's very in the shadows, like shadow army thing he does. But he's in the shadows. Lex is dope as hell.
He is.
But he is very reclusive. Okay. Yeah. I think that's better.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, like I said, he was always cool to me, so I definitely I give him some love, But I did lose his number probably a couple phones ago. So, but anyway, we're gonna jump into this Demon Time off your Violent Art album, and we'll be right back.
From out the dark when he creeps, that stench of death that he reeks, the language of pain that he speaks. Watch his blood get drained in these sinks. I'm on Demon Time. From out the dark when he creeps, that stench of death that he reeks, the language of pain that he speaks. Watch his blood get drained in these sinks. I'm in my van with binoculars watching every move that you're making. I have to say I'm not every dude. In fact, I'm different. My symptoms is just so very cruel. When I catch you, I have to implement every tool that I have in my briefcase at my disposal. You look like a beefsteak when I pry you open. Blood eagle, I leave you. See your spine is bulging right from out the back of your rib cage and displayed. You're a victim of a violent moment. You're witnessing dissension and my atonement. The demons that appeared in my mind tonight are spoken. To my darkest of thoughts, I have divine devotion. Devil horns, I'm scorned, see I just sniffed the line. You've been warned, I was born to leave your innards fried. Got them screaming for their lives while they running naked. Insane poetry, you saw me in a bloody apron. From out the dark when he creeps, that stench of death that he reeks, the language of pain that he speaks. Watch his blood get drained in these sinks. I'm on Demon Time. From out the dark when he creeps, that stench of death that he reeks, the language of pain that he speaks. Watch his blood get drained in these sinks.
Yo, I'm predictable, and that's literal. Your boss got no energy, Mortal Kombat, I finish you. Fire coming in intervals, stripping through every inch of you. Lex spitting the truth with a liver full of that nigga juice. So allow me to introduce the living proof. Straight to your dome, that coma, you know this kid induced. I keep the mercury rising until it hit the roof. You wanna cut up, I start from the eyes and split in two. So what you wanna do? I got a shallow grave and a busted tombstone with your name engraved. You better say your Hail Mary's an amazing grace. Flower bringing the skies cloudy and gray today. Try to stay awake, you probably wouldn't wanna miss this. Your boy's already dead, don't worry about no witness. I got some heat, gotta turn your brain into liquid. IP, take your time, don't kill him with the quickness.
From out the dark when he creeps, that stage of death that he reeks. The language of pain that he speaks. Watch his blood get drained in these sinks. I'm on demon from out the dark when he creeps, that stage of death that he reeks. The language of pain that he speaks. Watch his blood get drained in these sinks. Call me a Zazel, I done possessed a lot of y'all, but it don't really work unless they really off the wall. It makes it better when they in the same frequency as I am. You know that I bring that pain energy. Tonight's the night she will get slain in her sleep. On the virtual, I put the sharp thing in her meat, multiple times in the flesh, and then repeat. Then wrap her bloody body neatly in the sheets. I'm always on demon time, see my horns glisten. What was the feeling like before the knife tore in them? I can't stop the fucking rage at my core driven. Off of the range thoughts, yeah, I make poor decisions. Fuck them all, I cut them and make more incisions. I ain't shy, I do it right there before it's children. See my insatiable appetite, it's off the Richter. As I lay on my tools that I brought to kill ya. From out the dark when he creeps, that stage of death that he reeks. The language of pain that he speaks. Watch his blood get drained in these sinks. I'm on demon from out the dark when he creeps, that stage of death that he reeks. The language of pain that he speaks. Watch his blood get drained in these sinks. I'm on demon time.
Do what we do, baby. Don't get it fucked up. Shadow Gang in this bitch. HK. LSP. My nigga insane poetry still ripping him a motherfucker apart.
It takes a special kind of demon with no soul to just go out and just nuts people.
Oh yes, Demon Time featuring Lex the Hexmaster. So what's up, man? You got a show coming up this Saturday?
Yes, sir. Big show, actually, man. Saturday in Pontiac, Michigan. It's called Lights Out. My man, Light, that was on Psychopathic Records. Same time him and Ouija got signed at the same time. Light has been throwing his own events for the last 6 years, and they've been gradually growing into some really cool shit. So this year he's got headlining is Jaron Bitten. He's got Jaron Bitten on it. He's got Kung Fu Vampire.
Okay, I know the name.
Dayton Family, Buckshot, Us, AXE. A lot of heavyweight artists are on this one. A lot of heavyweights.
So you're gonna be playing that one?
Yeah. And then we got 2 weeks after that, Gorefest. And that's our 19th one. I've done 18 of them.
Okay.
So it'll be Gorefest 19. And we do that for 3 days. Friday through Sunday. It's going to be a good time, man. That's like, I do a lot of festivals during the summer. And this is the one festival that me and Scum do that we actually work the festival because it's really our baby, or his baby, to be honest. And because I've been a part of it for so many years, I feel like it's my baby too. So I don't really have fun at this shit. I host all 3 days. I rap all 3 days, perform all 3 days. It's very draining.
It's
very
work.
draining.
It's work for you. Yeah.
It's really work for me. And it's funny because all the other, oh yeah, I can't wait for Gorefest. I'm like, yeah, fuck you too. I'm just talking shit, but it's beautiful because I get to see people have a good time, and the direct results of us, putting it, because we get to go and have fun at other spots. Trust me, it's an honor to be able to give back to the underground. It's real shit. I really love that we can do that. So.
Man,
and that's really the reason why me and Scum do what we do, bro, is really the love for the fucking scene.
Yeah. Well, you gotta love it, man.
A lot of people don't, man. A lot of people don't, bro. A lot of people don't. They could care less. They're trying to figure out how to get a quick dollar, or how to use you to get up there, and forget that it's crazy how it is, and that's the one thing I always salute and big up other artists that never share my shit, but I will share theirs. But I don't care, because if I like your shit, I just like your shit. It's like that's how it used to be. If you liked somebody's music, you just liked it. I don't care if you like mine or not.
Right.
I don't
If you,
expect that. I got fans that share my shit. I don't expect rappers to do that shit.
yeah, and you don't get upset if they don't.
No,
You
I
know?
don't get mad at all. It's not. That would be me having a weird ego, bro.
Yeah. A lot of them. Hey, man, I've had some people even that you used to work with used to get mad if you gave love to somebody they were feuding with or whatever, So yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was not. And then what about websites, man, and social medias and all that other fun stuff if people want to check
Oh
out
yeah.
your music?
The real insane poetry. You can hit me up. Yeah. Instagram, the real insane poetry. I have no Facebook. I don't do Facebook at all. That is a whole drama. Depression board. It's depression media. Channel Zero. What Chuck D said years ago. Channel Zero. That's what Facebook is to me. So I mean, I'm not on it. Don't care about it. Don't miss it at all. 0 degrees of it. If you got my phone number, then you got a hold. You know how to get a hold of me.
Right.
I'm too busy, man, just doing work, man. I don't worry about any other people's pockets. I'm I'm blessed to have my own studio. I can record at any time, and I get booked to work, man, and that's what the fucking shit is about for me. I'm able to take care of to contribute to my family's, where we're at. I didn't live the greatest, at one time, and I'm not saying I'm not living check to check right now, because I still am, but I look good doing it right now.
Create a good image. What about corehop.com, man? So people
Yes,
can buy more merch.
gorehub.com. Yeah, all the merch, anything insane poetry related, go to gorehop.com. You can hit me up on my Patreon. I also have patreon.com insane poetry. I'm on Patreon, do a whole bunch of things on that. YouTube page, Insane Poetry TV. That's where you can find some other stuff on there. I have a SoundCloud, obviously. I have a Bandcamp. Bandcamp, you're probably gonna find a lot of unreleased shit on my Bandcamp and in my Patreon. So there's where you'll be finding a lot more stuff. I'm actually doing a few remixes, and I'm gonna re-release the Grim Reality. I did it as a vinyl, limited vinyl for about 20 pieces I got. I had got. Now I'm gonna do it and put it out digitally. I'm not sure. People wanted to put it on Spotify, but I hate Spotify. I don't like Spotify at all. This chick that just got this story. This chick put up $100,000 into her project, and then her fucking album mysteriously is deleted.
Oh, really? Artists are getting deleted off Spotify for no reason?
Yeah, bro. I had a video deleted off of YouTube completely.
Oh shit!
Completely. And I didn't even know it. Somebody hit me up and said, "Man, what happened to that video?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What happened to it?" And I looked up, and it's not there. I mean, nowhere to be found.
You got shadow banned. That's crazy.
Yeah, for that song.
It's
it wasn't even monetized. It was just me rapping over some other beats. It wasn't even monetized. I just did a video to it, and it wasn't set to be monetized or not. So I was like, why would you take my video down?
That's crazy.
There's a million artists out there rapping over other motherfucker shit, doing videos to the shit, and
nobody does anything.
And my shit it was weird. It was super weird.
Is your YouTube? It's Insane Poetry 29
TV.
LSP.
29 LSP, yeah.
Yep, that's the one. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I
or
tag
even if you pull up Insane Poetry TV, it will come up.
Okay, cool. Well, man, I appreciate you taking the time to hang out at our little hole in the wall, as Cruise Control calls it. And
yes, sir.
I'm glad we got to do
I
this.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we got to catch up. And,
we do. If will you be in Vegas anytime soon?
I think here's the thing. I know we're working a West Coast tour coming up for Triple MFD in the next few months. Vegas is definitely in the mix of that. So I'll let you know way ahead of time.
I was gonna say, yeah, shoot me so I can at least get some tickets, man, or something. You know, come.
No,
check
no, no.
you.
You're gonna be my guest, so you ain't got to do nothing but pull up.
Oh, okay. You know, I always love to support, man. I have no
Oh
problem.
no, I know that, but you know, you just so you can see how it is, or you know, so you can get a different vibration of what it, you know, how it is.
Oh, right, seeing it from the other side, that would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be cool, man. Well, again, we're gonna in the last track we're gonna jump into Red and Blue off another Triple MFD
Deadly
project.
Drug 2.
Triple Drug 2. Yep, our Deadly Drug 2. Sorry.
Yep.
And jump into this, and we're gonna roll from there, man. Thanks again for hanging out.
No, I appreciate it, brother. Let's talk soon.
We will. All right, hang on while I stop this recording, and we'll.
Oxygen depriving him with the twisted wire hanger, driving him to convulsion, strangulation turns him blue.
Yeah.
There is no surviving this abduction when we hang her body on the hook just like a pig for barbecue.
With a knife I will cover a few in the meat particles. Delete each part of you, you see we are the crew. Triple MFD, believe we slaughter fools. We brought death, believe me it's marked for you.
Bloodied up my shoes, there is no use in trying to clean them. Should just paint them red to match my apron and my knife. Cutting them into pieces, never again nobody seen them. Rolls and tacos take disposal when we end their life.
At a dust site far away, hours after we caught our prey. This will be your final resting space of what we call your grave. Haul away in a black Econo van with no tags on it. You can smell the body bag aroma on.
Blue bodies floating hella bloated in the river. Red body buzzing, puddle of blood up in the trunk. Blue from the failed beatings that I could deliver. Red butcher blocking a bunch of knives and a human junk. Blue from a noose that's cutting off your air intake. Red from what's carving LSD into your chest. All red and blue like police lights against the gangbang. Which color fit the suit you best will lay to rest? Red is all I see, dead is all I touch. Put a baby in the blender and pretend it's not too much. Fucking trouble to be asking for its mother to get a straw and to taste this crimson smoothie that is salty, warm and raw.
On the law, let them know ain't no way that can ever stop us. We the Butcher Brothers, craving to put you up in the coffin. Catch you when you out jogging, the perfect time to come snatch you up. You actress slut, these are the films we make to slash you up.
Fuck her with a blade and leave her pussy dripping red. Yo, fuck her if she blew her pussy cold but not that bad. Blood all over you is demons screaming in your head. Yo, if somebody knew they pity you and not the dead.
Body bags being filled, landfills filled with body parts. Triple MFD, bring new meaning to body art. On our canvas you see death is our muse. Leave your bodies two colored, red mixed with blue.
Blue bodies floating hella bloated in the river. Red body buzzing, puddle of blood up in the trunk.